Finlandiya'nın Türkiye Büyükelçisi'ni temsilen bugün Ankara'dan misafirimiz olan Finlandiya Büyükelçisi Müsteşarı Jussi Soini Beyefendi'yi konuşmalarını yapması için sahneye davet ediyorum.
Good morning, günaydın. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the great pleasure to be here today and address such a distinguished audience. It's an important day. Actually, it was a very important day yesterday. I'm sure that we all are aware of the fact that Turkey was celebrating Teachers' Day yesterday. And I want to use the opportunity to congratulate all the teachers and future teachers. The topic of event is education, which according to the experience of my country is very fundamental issue for the success of our society in securing well-being of all of our citizens. And one of the principles of Finnish education has been that all people in our country must have equal access to high-quality education and training. So the same opportunities should be available for all citizens, irrespective of their origin, age, wealth, or where they are living in our country, whether it's rural areas or cities. And when it comes to education, a lot is at stake and a lot is asked. And it's important for all of us to understand that the success and future wealth is built on good education. It's not about having raw materials, but it's about hard work. It's about good education. So we in Finland, a country of 5.5 million, we need to have all of our citizens equipped with good knowledge and skills that they will need in order to succeed in life. And there has been an overwhelming interest in the Finnish educational system, actually, and many articles have been written, many analyses have been made. And actually, thanks to all this analysis and all the visits done from other countries to my country, we have also learned a lot about our own education system. And the success in PISA surveys has helped us to understand what we are doing right, what we are perhaps not doing right. Actually, there was this week published a new PISA survey, which was not entirely favorable for Finland, because it showed that there's like Finnish boys are not faring as well as girls in our schools at the moment. So I'm sure that this is something that our government authorities need to tackle with. And but I hope we will be able to do something about it. We are still doing pretty well in PISA surveys. Actually, really we are still in the top. But when speaking about transferring experience of one country to another country, we have to understand that the educational systems are impossible to be transferred in their entirety. What works in one country does not necessarily work in another country. But what is important is to be open to all kinds of ideas. And over the years, Finland has been open to new ideas. And thanks to our decentralized system in education, the number of tested ideas is immense. And again, the point here is that the openness to new ideas, especially in the field of education, is what is needed. we cannot turn back to old and closed systems. And also one thing important to be understood is that our educational system, to create such a success there, it has been a long process. This did not happen overnight. On the contrary, it was the outcome of several educational generations, innovations, and consistent policy making. And coming back to the theme of supporting equal opportunities, this means investing in early childhood education as well. Basic educational work for every learner begins already during early years. High quality early childhood education services safeguard equality between children. Since August 2015, preschool education became compulsory for all 6-year-old children in Finland. When speaking of preschool education, I can also notice that my daughter, who is now 5 years old, is attending a preschool in Ankara, and we have been very happy with the preschool she is attending. Teachers have an important role in our education system. Teaching profession has been and still is highly valued in Finland. This is not necessarily the case in all of the countries. Appreciation of the teacher's work is crucial for the school system to flourish. Throughout the years, we have worked hard to develop the teacher education and improve the quality of teachers' work. And one of the most significant reforms was setting the standard of teachers' basic education at the level of master's degree. That too was decided already in early 1970s. Consequently, we have competent teachers with a strong autonomy in their work. For instance, teachers are free to choose how they arrange their work or what sort of teaching materials they are using. We haven't had school inspectors inspecting the quality of teachers' work since the beginning of 1990s. The administration of the education system is strongly based on school autonomy and support. Centralized steering takes place by means of objectives specified in legislation and using the national curriculum. Local authorities are responsible for organizing and implementing education and the national objectives. Key word here is trust. The focus is on learning, not on external and tight steering. Every country is looking for sustainable policies and strategies to support good quality education. This is what we do also in Finland. We consider that education is a precondition for progress, prosperity, and welfare for both individual citizens and the society as a whole. We aim to make our system innovative, effective, and to meet lifelong and life-wide individual needs, as well as the needs of the society and economy. Finland is willing to share the know-how we have in the field of education. We have a good number of actors, education institutions, higher education institutions, and even educational companies who are involved in both short-term and long-term partnerships internationally. They are willing to cooperate and assist in launching education reforms, as well as capacity building at various levels, designing modern learning environments, renewing leadership training and teacher education, or producing digital services for educational use. Moving from vision to practice is a long journey. Thinking about future education is something we should do all the time. But aiming to improve education of tomorrow is well worth starting the journey. Thank you.